Now, Garen, why don't you take us to the second game of the weekend?
Right, the second game was in Kimberley. Grikwas up against the Sharks, and we had our second away win of the weekend. Much tougher game, though, for the Sharks. And the game was semi-spoiled by a red card as early as the 7th minute for Grikwas. They were down to 14 men for pretty much the entire match. But credit again to them for not lying down. The Sharks did open up a bit of a gap early in the second half, but Grikwas finished strong, which I thought was credit to them. They could easily have sort of rolled over and died, but they didn't. And Kimberley's certainly not going to be an easy place to visit by any team this season. So good things happening in Kimberley. The Sharks, again, picked up the win. They didn't pick up a bonus point, which might come back to sort of haunt them in the later stages, but we'll have to wait and see there. But the defending champion Sharks, off to a winning start as well. They'll be happy in Durban.
Rob, I think both of you guys correctly predicted this game. What was your take on it?
Yes, pretty much as expected, Jen. We all thought that Grikwas would be competitive. They do have a sort of never say die spirit, and that was certainly shown again, considering they were down to 14 men so early. It was a little bit of a contentious red card. I thought they were a little bit unlucky. I thought perhaps a yellow might have been a bit more warranted, although Grikwas had started, I'm not sure what went into their pre-match teapot, but they looked incredibly fired up, a little bit cynical too. There was tempers got a little bit frayed, and I just think that perhaps the referee, almost in a sort of slightly knee-jerk sort of reaction, felt that a red card needed to be issued there and then, because it was getting a little bit feisty, and there were a few little punch-up moments later in the game as well, which you kind of expect in Kimberley. And Grikwas, they don't take any prisoners, and I must say they did keep going to the end. They actually scrapped back to get a losing bonus point, didn't they, Garen? So Grikwas, they did emerge with something from the game. A little bit of a concern for the Sharks. I think Stefan Levis, the Springbok lock, hobbled off in the second half. I'm not sure what the injury update will be there, but they'll be hoping that he's in the mix for future rounds. But they'll be just happy to have left Kimberley with the win behind them.